So if you live in the Seattle area or you're familiar with the Seattle real estate market, you're thinking about moving here from out of state and you've just kind of been following along, you likely know that the Seattle real estate market has been going absolutely crazy, really over the last 18 months. So, with buyers trying to get in to purchase homes, interest rates have been going up lately. There's a lot that's going on in the real estate market right now in the Seattle area. So in this video, I want to kind of give you a summary of how we finished up last month, February of 2022, going into this month here, March, kind of what I expect as we continue through the year, what we've been seeing and all that good stuff. So I want to start off just by sharing some statistics with you to show where we've been and where we're at right now. So 3 categories I want to look at. The first one is median home prices, of course. The largest stat, the most important that we look at is what is the median home price of homes here in the Seattle metropolitan area. So I'm going to look at both King and Snohomish County here. So in King County right now, the median home price is $864,000. This is up $79,000 just from last month. Up $79,000 in median home price sales in 1 month. Now this is up 14% annually, it actually looks like a pretty tame number when you look at that 14%. A big reason for that is because of the city of Seattle. The city of Seattle is dragging down the majority of King County because it is the slowest growing city in the entire county. So there are plenty of cities that have grown much faster than 14%, but on average, 14% increase in median home prices in King County over the last 12 months. For Snohomish County, the median home price right now is $750,000. This is up $50,000 from last month. Last month was $700,000. And this $750,000 is up 20% annually from February of 2021. So pretty dramatic increase in home prices here, both in the short term and the long term over the last 12 months. Can show you really how quickly our market is growing. So let's look at new listings, because listings is where we have an issue with the lack of inventory that we have in our market right now. So in King County right now, new listings for February was just over 2,100. The month before in January was about 1,400. So we saw a good increase in the number of listings. Now this is consistent with what we're going to see as we move through the winter into the springtime, going up like that, but it is good to see inventory going up a little bit. Again, inventory is nowhere near where we need in order to support all the buyer demand, but it is going up a little bit here, 2,100 in King County for February. For Snohomish County, we're at just over 900 in new listings for February. This is up 654 from last month in January here of 2022. Now this 912 new listings in Snohomish County is actually up 20% from this time last year. This time last year, February of 21, we had 755 new listings hit the market. So this February we hit 912, so up 20%. That's a really good sign that hopefully continues through the year here, as month by month we continue to beat out the amount of inventory that we had at the same time last year, because we need as much inventory as possible right now. So hopefully that trend continues, but that is a good sign that inventory should be going up a little bit. Now this is another big one. This is sale to list price ratio. So for both King and Snohomish County, sale price is 112% of the list price. So this means that homes are going on average 12% over list price just this past month in February 2022. The month before that in January, we saw 6-7% is what it typically was above list price. That has jumped all the way up to 12% over list price. So as an example, if you're shopping for a $700,000 house, if you see it listed for $700,000 online, it's very, very, very likely not going for $700,000. In fact, on average, it's going to go for $784,000. That's 12% over list price. So you should expect that you're going to have to come very far over list price on most properties when you're making offers in order to get your offer accepted. Now there are some that only, go 1, 2, 3% over list price, or that hover right around list price if they were severely overpriced to begin with. And then there are some that I've seen that go 20, 25% over list price because they get extremely competitive. So you know, you've got both ends of the spectrum there, but on average 12% over list price right now. So what these stats tell us are the market is still extremely competitive. There's no way around that. It is very, very competitive. I was hoping, a lot of us were hoping as we headed into 2022, we would see a slowdown from what we saw in 21. We would see prices, you know, taper off a little bit more and be a little less competitive for buyers in the market. And unfortunately, that has not been the case yet in 2022. Now, we'll see if that starts to happen as we get later on to the year. It's tough to say for sure. This market's not going down. It's obviously not crashing. There's nothing like that that's going to be happening. The market will continue to increase. Prices will continue to increase. However, I'm hoping that it will start to taper off a little bit later this year or the following year. Right now, interest rates have gone up quite a bit. Average national rate right now is about 4.2%. There were people getting homes the middle of last year for 3%. So you see, we've had a pretty drastic increase in interest rates here in the last, 6 to 8 months. So that should start to have an effect. Now, right now, it's not having an effect. I think what it's doing right now is it's drawing out even more buyers because they're saying, hey, interest rates are going up. We need to get in now before rates go to 5%. So it could very likely be drawing more buyers up. But if those rates continue to climb and climb and climb, we could see that take a hit on the amount of buyers that are in the market, which would then decrease as much competition on these homes and hopefully start to make these annual median home price increases a little bit more, easier to swallow. Now, I mentioned those median home prices right around, 750 for Snohomish County and just over 800 for King County. Now, some of these cities in these counties are growing at a much faster pace. So some of the fastest growing cities in the Seattle metropolitan area right now, for north of Seattle, Mount Lake Terrace is growing at 30% annually. Snohomish is also at 30% annually. Lake Stevens is at 26% annually. And Edmonds is at 45% increase in median home prices in 12 months, which is absolutely crazy. So these are 4 of the hottest markets on the north side of Seattle. Now, you talk about the east side or a little bit further south. Sammamish has grown at 34%. Woodinville has grown at 48%. Issaquah has grown at 55% annually. Issaquah has grown at 55% annually, and Redmond has grown at 54% annually. So you can see these are the most dramatic cities when it comes to the annual home price increases the last 12 months, what we've been seeing. So these are some of the hottest cities. And then there are some like Seattle, which have not grown very much at all. You're talking less than 10% in some cities in median home price increases. But you can see there is a wide range of what's happening in the market here in these cities. But common theme is everybody is growing. Every city is growing quite a bit right now in this market. So what I would expect moving forward, like I said, I think interest rates are going to keep going up. We're at about 4.2% at the time I'm making this video right now. We should continue to increase through the year, and that should start to take a hit on the buyer pool, likely as it gets closer to 5%. That would then decrease the buyer pool, which would decrease the amount of competition on these homes. Instead of getting maybe 10 to 15 offers, maybe getting closer to 5 offers on average and decrease some of this competition a little bit. Home prices are not going to be going down. They're not going to plateau. They're not going to stop increasing. But we're hoping instead of some of these 20 to 45% increases in median values, we start to see a little bit healthier numbers around the 10% range, which would be, easier to swallow in this area and much more manageable. I know it's been hard for a lot of buyers, a lot of first-time buyers specifically, that don't have $100,000, $200,000 cash to deal with to make these super competitive offers. So it's still definitely possible to get your offer accepted on a home. You just have to be very strategic about it and be very prepared to enter the market. So if you're looking to enter the real estate market here in 2022, you're a buyer looking to purchase a home, feel free to reach out to me here. I'd be more than happy to help you through that process and get you into a home. And if you're a seller, there has not been a better time to sell than right now. I mean, you just have your pick of the litter. You'll get as many buyers really as you want, and you'll get some amazing offers on your home. So if you're looking to sell this spring here, 2022 is an amazing time to sell before those interest rates do get too high, before those interest rates start to get to 5% or possibly even higher. We'll see. while they're still, relatively manageable and people are rushing to get in while those interest rates are where they're at before they get higher, this could be an amazing time for you to sell and maximize your equity, your profits on that sales price. So feel free to reach out to me here if there's anything that I can do to help. Thanks for watching this one.